Hello, everybody. This is Boxing Bros UK. This is my co-host Andrew, the Boxing Brain, and
Hi, Chris.
I hope everyone loves our new theme tune. Might bring a bit of nostalgia back to some people, but
Yeah,
anyway,
superb.
which, today we're talking about Devin Haney and his sabbatical, where he
Yeah,
championed in recess, and he's taking a year out. He said, and he's championed in recess. Basically, if you vacate the belt, if you can't defend your title, but you have a medical reason, or they make you a champion in recess. So then, any time within like a year or two that he comes back, he gets a shot at a belt straight away. He doesn't have to fight his way up the rankings or anything. He gets his mandatory shot immediately before the actual Mando, if he
yeah,
chooses to. So,
yeah,
Andrew, take it away with the research, my bro.
yeah. Good little bit of good little intro there, Chris. Yeah, cheers. I guess maybe the first point to make might be a good starting point is, do you think the kind of mandatory was pushed up a bit too soon? I mean, you can unpack that more. The Garcia defeat was huge psychologically and mentally. Could he have maybe been afforded a little bit more time? Do you think they're a bit hasty, Chris, or is it just
No.
that's just the business?
What sanctioning body was it?
Well, WBC, I'm pretty sure.
If it's WCBC, hell yeah, they could have been a bit more relaxed. They're piss
Yeah,
takers normally.
yeah. I
If you
mean,
if it was the IBF, I would have said no because IBF are strict, so they've got to treat Haynes like they treat everyone else. WBC,
oh,
we be crooks.
and look, bloody Liam Parrow beat Matthias, didn't he? Then, I mean, I didn't see that coming. Did you? Liam Parrow's
What?
the IBF champ, isn't he? Yeah,
Oh
I know.
yeah,
I saw that
fucking
today.
hell.
He beat unanimous decision against Matthias, and I thought Matthias was going to be a problem in the division. So, yeah, the Aussie, Liam Parrow, 25-15-0. Yeah, so
Yeah, what
it's all
weight class are they
going
fighting
on
against?
at 140, mate.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Sorry,
so
I was digressing. I
yeah, oh
apologise.
shit, yeah, no. But I think, yeah, if it's a WBC, they should have given him a bit of leniency, you know. But to be fair, on the devil's advocate, on the other hand, you're a champion, yeah, and this is what I think. You got what you wanted, so I don't know why he's upset still, and he's struggling with it because Garcia's been banned, the loss has come off your record, it's been overturned, so you should be buzzing. And you should have that psychological in your head, I think. I knew he wouldn't be able to beat me fair and square. And it was the steroids. That's the only reason why I lost it was the steroids. Now I'm going to go back in and show what I can do. But
Yeah,
maybe in his head, he's got self-doubt. Like, he thinks, oh, I'm not as good as I was. Even though he was on
yeah,
steroids, he shouldn't hit me that much. And, you know, I don't know. And he can't handle it. But if you're a fighter, you can't really do
yeah.
that.
You've alluded to something there, Chris. I think you've touched on a key point in it. I think there's, again, we can only speculate, and I've watched a fair amount of videos around this today. There's something in that fight, and you know what it's like. You know, we've watched boxing for, God, probably nearly 3 decades now, but I
Yeah.
think that defeat, I think it's the visual optics of it. And what I mean by that is I know Ryan Garcia was coming in with obviously the PEDS benefits, but people are going to remember the beating he took. I mean, he showed a lot of heart. He stuck in there till the 12th round, to the end of the fight. But I think the problem is it's the kind of reaction to it, and I think that the beating he took, it's just something's not right with him. His behaviour's changed. He looks like he's put on a bit of weight in a few of the pictures. The sabbatical, sometimes the things his dad comes out with. I think that the fight with Garcia has changed him mentally, potentially anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right there because, like, I just don't understand, like, what not because obviously we all seen the thing about Oscar De La Hoya. Haley, why are you crying? Why are you crying? You're just thinking that I didn't pay you, but the pay-per-view numbers for that fight were shit. So And Haney and Garcia had a cut on the pay per
Oh,
view.
it's Prograde. Yeah.
So he's saying they were shit.
Prograde last December, wasn't it?
Yeah, he said they were shit. So he said, audit me as much as you want. That money that I gave you was how many pay-per-view buys you sold. So stop crying. You've got what you wanted. Garcia's banned. The victory's overturned. Stop crying. And don't listen to Canelo. I pay my fighters. You're just not a seller. But I agree with De La Hoya. I agree with De La Hoya. Devin Haney doesn't sell. He doesn't sell the Prograde. The Prograde fight was a dead fight. Like, it was good for us boxing fans, but it wasn't really actually. But it was an all right fight, so it was okay. I wouldn't watch it again. But if you're a casual, you don't get excited for that, do you? Oh, Haney Prograde. You think, oh, is that guy that never knocks anybody out? Thinking about Haney.
I know.
and then,
there is a bit of a problem with Haney, isn't there? And his kind of marketability and his kind of his pulling power. Because I mean, his pulling power and the lack of power. I mean, that's quite a nice little segue. But you know, Ryan Garcia, whatever you think of him, and I know he's a bit of a shit, but he's got a massive following. You know, he's an engaging character. I think Haney doesn't always come across great in interviews. It's just something. There's something that's just a little bit missing, isn't there? There's something missing from his character that people aren't resonating with, Chris. And it's just not quite working, is it? And I think, again, I'm speculating. I'm wondering whether that's affecting him mentally, maybe more than we realise, Chris. I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe. Because obviously it's a bit like when Tyson Fury beat Klitschko, and he thought he was going to come back to England, and everyone was hating on him and like saying you that was a stinker, like you won, but it was a shit fight. No one liked it. Everyone was taking the piss out of him. Then he was moaning at him, and then he had a mental breakdown. And I think similar, like he's been undisputed at one weight class. He's moved up. He's won a title again. Like he's been ticking all the boxes, but he's just not igniting the fans and connecting with the fans. So he's not getting the money that someone is deserving of what he's doing in boxing. He's not getting paid for that, and he just ain't got the punching power to do it. Because in boxing, you've either got to be a mouthpiece, brilliant trash talker, and then back it. And if you back it up in the ring in a shit way, you can still kind of get away with it because you're still winning. Yeah. He's not a good trash talker. He's not very charming or charismatic. Or the other one you need to do in boxing is you don't have to be a trash talker. You got to be a cold motherfucker in the ring and knock people out, or be a warrior.
Agreed.
You know, look at Derek Chisora. He's lost 10 times, but I guarantee when he's fighting Joe Joyce, no one's going to be cheering for Joe Joyce. They're all going to be going, "Oh, Derek Chisora." They're going to be singing that song. Do you know what I mean? So it's just how boxing is. Like, yeah, we love exciting fighters. We love KO artists. We like a bit of fucking tongue-in-cheek trash talk. And if you can't connect with the public, especially with social media, you're fucked. Doesn't matter. I look at Shakur Stevenson, amazing talent, brilliant boxer, and he can't even sell nothing. No one wants to sign him because he's not because he always fights for shit.
No, he's another one. It's similar to. It's similar to Joshua Boatzy. It's a bit similar to Joshua Boatzy, Chris, isn't it? It's just like the pedigree's there, got the potential to be a world champion, but no one really seems to care.
He's worse than Joshua Boatzy.
I'm rooting for Willie Hutchinson just because he makes me laugh.
Yeah, but no, Shakur Stevenson is worse than Boatzy. Shakur Stevenson, because do you know when they're in the lower weight classes? Yeah. It's even worse when they're like that because there's less power, you know. And you know if you're a tough guy, and then his punches aren't hurting, and it's just boring. Oh my god!
Yeah,
like one of his fights, while he was fighting, he was getting booed while he was fighting.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, right, I know me and you kind of appreciate a little bit the sweet science, and as part of our channel and our journalism, we want to kind of analyse the tactics. But I understand that when you're in the Colosseum, when you're at the crowd, you know, people want to see war. They want to see blood and thunder. You know, blood curd. That's what, you know. Like I don't want to bring John Fury into it. You know, blood, guts, and horror. You know, that's what the local people want. Colosseum.
It is though,
and
it's like I love boxing skills. You know, like sometimes it's a bit of a chess match, but when they're winning, you got to close the show. You got to close the show. Even like Floyd Mayweather, probably one of the greatest boxers of our generation. The Manny Pacquiao fight was shit. I can't believe
terrible.
arguing. Like, so, and he's a great boxer. Like, so, you know, as fans, you've got to, if you're a fighter and you want to make money, before you get to that stage, it's like nowadays the boxers, they're acting like Floyd Mayweather or whatever, being defensively, being boring, just trying to win when they haven't even achieved anything in boxing. They're acting like they're at the top of the mountain and they want the big money when they haven't even got the fan base. They haven't got all their fans yet. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can't be fighting like that when you haven't even got get a fan. Because Floyd Mayweather did that, but before that, he was knocking people out, left, right, and centre, showboating, silky skills. And then as he's getting older, and his hands are hurting, then he started changing his style a bit. Gets boring, but he's already a 5-weight world champion. He's already had so many world title fights, and he's already beat so many legends. So he can do that now. But these guys are doing it with journeymen, not journeymen. These guys are doing it with contenders or on their first title defense.
I think the other factor is, I think the Garcia defeat. All right, forget the fact. I know it's been rescinded, and I know, but it was so bad for Haney on so many levels. I think it showed that he's got frailties. He seemed to he got massively drawn into Garcia's fight. I don't know what went on, you know, like we analysed in a fight, was staying in the pocket, was sleeping on the left hook from Garcia, which was his money shot. Everything that could have gone wrong in terms of the build-up, in terms of the fight, in terms of the post-fight, the suing, the way his dad's talking, the way Haney seems to be talking now, sabbaticals, you know, blowing up in weight a little bit, looks semi-retired. It's been a disaster. It's been a PR disaster. From my point of view, if I was managing him, and oh God, you know, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? But for me, it'd be like, this is a PR disaster. This is terrible.
Yeah. But on one note then, thinking of that, being like, maybe, obviously after the fight, he went into a depression because he's lost, and then he found out that Garcia cheated, and maybe he started, and he's a Muslim or whatever, so I won't say he was drinking, but maybe he started indulging in things that he shouldn't be. And let's not say what they are, but indulging in things that he shouldn't be, getting overweight, and then his dad is saying, you ain't ready for this fight, your mind's not right, you haven't been training, you've been overeating, and we can't keep postponing it because it's a mandatory. You're gonna have to. So what can we do? So, and
I know,
take a year out, take a year out.
Yeah,
sort yourself out. Get in shape. Get your mind. Oh, have more blowouts, but get your mind right, and then come back. Because I think because he is a talent. He is a tremendous talent. It's just he needs to like, I don't know. He needs to just pick where he's fighting. And he needs to learn to close the show a little bit better. And but he's a tremendous talent. Don't get me wrong, but he needs to get his head right. He needs to get his head right.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. He is a tremendous talent. And obviously we're speculating a little bit, but that's kind of part of our job to speculate. We can only go off Twitter feeds and what they say, and look like he's maybe walking around about 150, 155 pounds to it. Again, don't kind of, that's not verbatim, but you know, like you said, all those things could very well be true. I even watched one video, and this is not from me, but I thought it was interesting, that it's very, very possible, and this is pure speculation, so don't hold me to it, anyone. he could have got some sort of PTSD from that defeat and the whole debacle around it. That's a traumatic event that's happened. He's got badly beaten up. The whole kind of media storm around it. He could be suffering from some sort of post-traumatic stress, Chris, for all we know. Which is a serious thing, of course. So we can't underestimate.
Obviously, I just because obviously, like, what? Let's be real. What the fuck? A sabbatical for a year? Like this? What? Like for what?
I know
because
I know.
there's nothing to cry about in the words of Oscar De La Hoya because you're undefeated still. Garcia's banned. He's been fined.
Mindset.
All that stuff. So he should be happy. Like, I knew it. I'm undefeated. Right, cool. But where it's affected him, because no matter what, he still took a savage beating in there. Even though it's been overturned, everyone's still going to say he's lost. Every press conference, everyone he fights are going to say, Garcia beat you. And you're going to have that argument. Yeah. So it's just one of them ones. Like, and I just think that he's overindulged. He's out of shape. He can't seem to get in shape. Maybe he's not looking good in camp, and he's just thought, "Fuck this! I can't do it. I'm not going to go in there and ruin my career by getting myself destroyed again when my mind's not right." So he's had to take a year out.
And also, Chris, and there's a couple of things I'll sort of add to that. If you look, maybe the year sabbatical is going to be good for him. He's obviously, we'll get on to where he's maybe going to go after, but he'll have to come and maybe rebuild, mid-level fighter, someone like that. But the inactivity could be worse. If he balloons up in weight, he's 25. Give it another year, 26. He's starting to age just a little bit. Is he going to be able to easily make 140? Will he then be able to go up to 147? I don't think he's big enough for 147. Who's he going to fight?
No.
Boots Ennis? You're having a laugh, aren't you?
Boots Ennis will eat him.
Maybe, the only chance is maybe someone like a Mario Barrios who's picked up the who's a WBC at 147, I think. Who Pacquiao was.
But he's champion of recess.
147.
No. I just think that I think he'll come back at 140, and but I just think it's going to be when he comes back, he's going to be champion of recess, but he's going to have to rebuild again. He's going to need, because the thing when you're a champion of recess, you don't get tune-ups. You have to take the title shot straight away. Or you lose it.
Yeah. I think some of the boxing media aren't actually taking this to account. And while we're on that subject. Right, so I've got the IBF, the WBO, WBA, and WBC champs here. We got Alberto Puello, who's now the WBC champ, who just beat Gary Antoine Russell in a very close fight, actually. And Russell can punch a bit. So you've got, obviously, Puello. Isaac Cruz, don't go near him, especially after the Garcia fight. Forget that. Forget it. Punches too hard. Forget it. You got Teofimo Lopez, maybe.
I fancy Haney. I fancy Haney against Teofimo. I really do.
I think he could. I think Liam Paro's got the bit between his teeth after beating Matthias. I don't know if that's a great one, but I agree with Maginali. I can never pronounce his name.
Paulie Maginali.
Yeah. He said
Maginali.
He said, a mid-level fighter, but as you said, if he's got to go in there and get his kind of, I mean, if there's any way around it, if there's any way around it politically at all, I would say don't even touch any of those guys. But
if I was him,
I don't know.
If I was Haney, because obviously he's taking a year out, but he needs to get himself right, like. Training, learning things, perfecting his craft again, whatever. But if he comes back, a Teofimo Lopez is a fight that I really fancy him in. And I fancy him to do Teo as well. Like, beat him on points, easy. I really do. I don't really rate Teo that highly, to be honest. Like, who's he fighting now? Teofimo Lopez. Some fucking guy no one's ever heard of.
I think if he... No, some unknowner. some no oper, yeah. And the thing is, if Haney, because Haney just fought completely the wrong fight against Garcia, like tactically, just I don't know what they was obviously expecting a different Garcia, but now we sort of know with the drugs, okay. But
yeah, exactly. But the thing is, this,
you know,
the
just keep the punch and the footwork, the speed, you know, like he did. You know, I know he had that kind of awkward thing. Yeah.
So right, well, to conclude,
yeah, the left hook's coming. You know,
just put your hand up. Just keep your hand there. I'm moving with a jab or whatever. Like, because he can't hit you with the left hook if you've got a jab out there, or you've got your hand there. Like, do something. Like, but anyway, so conclude that a sabbatical for Haney is needed, but I do think it's bullshit. Like mental health, I just think he's at. Well, it is mental health, but it's not like they're saying like he doesn't need a doctor's note for it. He's just out of shape and his head's not in boxing anymore and he needs a break. Like Ryan Garcia did a while before he came back. Said he had mental problems and he can't focus and he just fucked off for a year. Before he came back and started fighting people and then he fought Tank. He had a sabbatical for a year. Ryan Garcia did. It's a new thing now.
Yeah.
And it only seems to be in America.
Yeah,
you American guys, you love these sabbaticals.
if anyone wants to leave any comments, you know, leave in the comments what do you think Haney should do next after taking this kind of year out? Let us know. Because we'd like to hear.
Do you think he should come back? I think he should come back and fight for his title, and then go and fight Teofimo. That's what I think he should do. And I think he's very capable to do that.
He's got a chance. He'd have a chance. Some good boxing camps. You know, get back on it. Why not? Why not?
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. That's Boxing Bros UK.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, please, people.